Since the Detroit Lions have lost their best pass rusher, there's been a lot of talk about who we could potentially bring in to help alleviate some of the loss of Aiden Hutchinson. And we have been talking a lot about top-tier guys, Max Crosby, Myles Garrett, Josh Hines, Allen, those guys. And one of the arguments that I hear is that the Detroit Lions, that fans don't want the team to, quote, sell the farm or, quote, mortgage the future. And I'm here to tell you that the Detroit Lions, that we need to continue to build through the draft. And the Detroit Lions have done that. They are built to win now. This isn't year one when we had the mystery man playing for our team. This isn't year two. You got to remember, year two, we had the second overall pick going into 2022. That's what got us our guy, Aiden Hutchinson. Year three, better. 9-8. We wind up picking, I forgot where it was, 18 or so, 18, 19, somewhere around there. We still had the Stafford picks. The year one of Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell, we didn't have the Stafford picks. We didn't reap those benefits for the first round picks until year two, year three. Year four goes in, and we flip those. We flip the Stafford picks. We know what that is. We wind up getting like 7 guys. Part of those guys was Hutch. Well, Hutch was our picks. So we wind up getting Jamison Williams. We wind up getting Jack Campbell, Jahmyr Gibbs, Ife Melifonwu. So Stafford got us quite the haul. And the Detroit Lions have continued to build through the draft. And the purpose of this video is when it comes to selling the farm and mortgaging the future. Selling the farm, I get that quote. I really understand it, because selling the farm is an indication that you are willing to basically risk it all just to win, right? Even if it's just 1 year, you're willing to risk it all just to win. But the flip side of that is you could spend years and years and years in misery. So my kind of retort to that is that the Detroit Lions have spent decades and decades and decades in misery. And I asked this question in my live stream yesterday. What would you prefer? Would you prefer a guarantee 1 win if we made a game-changing trade deadline move and not know, or know that we weren't going to win the Super Bowl? We might get to the Super Bowl the 9 years after that, but we wouldn't win it. But we would win this year. So we win 1, but we don't win 1 for the next nine years. Or would you prefer to just leave it up to your imagination? You don't know. You could guarantee 1 this year or not know for the next 10. That's a question only you can answer. But the reason that I feel like the Detroit Lions have built enough through the draft, we're going to go over it. Off the top of my head, there's 53 players on an active roster. You have 16 players on the practice squad. This is Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell, 4th draft. We're going to go over and see how many of their draft picks are still on the team. And then what you guys can do, because it'll take too long, we'll spit off the dome how many of them are difference makers or difference maker potential. All right. And then we'll look and see, because what I'm trying to get at is the Lions have built enough. I understand you guys last year were saying we're a year ahead. We're peaking we're not even peaking, but we're a year early. So I get it. I feel like we blew an opportunity last year. I think in this league, in this sport, the margin for error is so small. You might have to take your chances. And if you can win in the moment, you might have to risk something. I'm not saying risk it all, especially last year, but this year is different. And we lost Hutch, right? So I feel like the Lions had an opportunity. We didn't make a move, a game-changing move. We didn't make a Super Bowl. We didn't win a Super Bowl. And now here we are. We're going to go over the Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell picks, and we're going to talk about who's a game changer, and who is still on the team, who's not on the team. This is to prove that the Lions have built well enough through the draft that they can risk. They can be a little risky. Their first ever pick, Penei Sewell, game changer, still on the team. Second pick, Levi Onwuzurike, not a game changer, still on the team, potential. Aleem McNeil, I wouldn't call him a game changer, still on the team, just got extended. So right now, 3 for 3. Ifeatu Melifonwu, still on the team. Not a game changer, but he has massive potential. So we're going to put game changer, potential, all of that stuff. So that's 4. And as you can see down here, came from the Matthew Stafford trade. Amon-Ra St. Brown, I don't need to say any more. Still on the team. Derek Barnes was up for a contract next year. Potential. Coming into his own. So far, all of these picks are selling. This is year 1. Jamar Jefferson, 7th round pick, not a big deal. He is still on the team, albeit the practice squad. He has never played for another team. And this was, I want to say, the trade. I don't know if this had to do with Trinity Benson. All right. And that is year 1. He was our last pick in year 1. So right now, Brad Holmes was working with absolute garbage picks. Matt Patricia left us with 5 picks after the Everson Griffin trade. We gave up a 6th round pick or compensatory something or a conditional, something like that, 6th round pick for EG right before that. That was a last-ditch effort by those guys to try to save their job. All right? Every one of Brad Holmes' year 1 draft picks are still on the team. I would say that all of them have potential, if except maybe Jamar. And Jamar, he's had flashes, but he's still on the team in one way or another. That's year 1. Let's go to year 2. This man right here breaks my heart. Can't even really talk about him. I'm telling you, man, you swear this guy was my kid or something like that, which I'm old enough I could crazily, but don't go there. I'm just saying. Hutch, game changer, still on the team. Jameson Williams, game changer, still on the team. This is year 2 now, and also came from the Rams trade. Or I'm sorry, the Vikings. We traded with the Vikings. We used, I guess, I mean, it's kind of is the Rams too, because we used that second kind of 1st round pick to get J-Mo. Josh Paschal, potential, still on the team. So right now, every single draft pick up until this moment, still on the team. Kirby Joseph, to me, he is, I want to put him in the game changer category. He's right there. He's right there. More than potential, but not quite game changing. I know y'all going to be mad. I think he's right there. He's right there. Still on the team. James Mitchell, fail. He's on the practice squad at this point, but he's still on the team. And when I say fail, I'm not saying like catastrophic, but it was a miss. Malcolm Rodriguez, potential, still on the team. Active roster. James Houston, here's another one. You guys love this guy. I talked about it. I got a video coming out about him maybe later today. We already know, but he's still on the team. Chase Lucas, this so far is the only guy who is no longer associated with the Detroit Lions. And I believe we also picked Antoine Green this year. Nope, that was year 3. So if you're following, we are through 2 drafts. We've got multiple game changers, multiple players with potential, borderline game changers, and 1 person who's not on the team. He now plays for the San Francisco 49ers. That's 2 drafts. We got 2 more to go. Just stay with me. This video is a lot longer than I thought it would be. Year 3, Jahmyr Gibbs, game changer. Jack Campbell, potential. Sam Laporta, game changer. Rookie sensation. Brian Branch, game changer. Hendon Hooker. This guy, still on the team, never had a shot, but backup quarterback. That's as best as he was going to ever get. Broderick Martin. This guy here is, to me, right now, the biggest whiff of Brad Holmes. It really is. But he's still on the team. That's the point. The point is he's still on the team. Broderick Martin, I'm going to say TBD. I can't say potential. Only thing he gets is he's still on the team. We have to see what's going on with him. Kobe Sorsdahl, I'm not even going to give him potential either, but he's still on the team. Antoine Green, I believe, is still on the team in an injury capacity. The Lions waived him, then picked him up. Injury. It was something. I don't remember verbatim what happened. but I believe he's still on the team. But even if he's not, that's only 2 people that's not on the team. And that was the 2023 NFL draft. And here we go. We're coming around to the last one. Just bear with me a little bit because all of this proves a point. As soon as this thing updates, and here we go. Terrion Arnold, potential. He's got potential. Rough start. And why he got on a tank top? They couldn't get a better picture than this. Like, put the brother, he got a jersey picture. What is this? Terrion Arnold, potential. In his rake straw, potential. Love to see his kid play. I like what I see so far. Giovanni Manu, TBD. Still on the team, though. Sione Vaki, I think TBD, but we've seen what he can do in the preseason. Mekhi Wingo, I think it's potential. I think it's a little early, but he's still on the team. All right, and these are legit team guys. Christian Mahogany, TBD, still on the team. And that is the draft picks for 2024. So if you're following me, there's only Antoine Green, who I believe is on the team in a injured capacity. Chase Lucas is the only draft pick that is not on the Detroit Lions. And at first it was kind of cute. It was like, oh, well, who else is on our team? But now we're in year 4. And those year 1, year 2, year 3 guys, most of them made it through. I didn't count how many draft picks he's had in total and what 1 or 2 of them not being on our team would equal. We have built through the draft. And then we have Broderick Martins as well, who potential. We have game changer. We got potential. We got to be determined. But there's a lot of foundation there. Then you got the core guys that we brought in through free agency. Core guys, Alex Anzalone. It's probably too many guys to name just off the top of the head. But I know he's one. He's a big one. Alex is a big one because he came year 1 when we were terrible. Here is the Detroit Lions draft picks. When we talk about mortgaging in the future, quote, selling the farm, these are the draft picks for 2025. We do not have a 3rd round pick. I want to say we had 2. We got 1. We gave 1 for Ennis, and I think another one went somewhere else. We got a 1st round pick right now. If the season ended today, we're picking 28th overall. We don't pick again until 60. We got 2 4ths, 1 5th, a 6th, and 2 7th. Statistically, these guys mean nothing. In the 6th round, we picked Mekhi Wingo, James Houston, I think Giovanni, I believe, and Malcolm Rodriguez. 5th round picks. I can't really name too many that's on the team off the top of the head. I would have to remember. 4th round picks, Derek Barnes, Amon-Ra St. Brown. 3rd round picks, Iffy, Broderick. 2nd round, 3rd round was Hendon Hooker as well. Brian Branch, so on and so forth. We know who our 1st round picks are. So right now we're picking 28th. If we were to give next year's 1st for a elite pass rusher, it's 28th so far. We've never picked that late under Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell yet. We were going to pick 29. We moved up to pick 24. And if we would assume that if we go to 2026, we're also going to be picking late. To me, late is in the playoffs. If we make it to the playoffs, we make it to the playoffs, that's mid. If we make it to the divisional round, I would call that late. I guess you can break the drafts into 4ths. You have maybe early is 1 through 8, mid could be 9 through 24, whatever it is. And then late could be from 25 to 32. So let me know your thoughts. Right now, you would be giving up the 28th overall pick for a guy like Max Crosby, Myles Garrett. You would assume it would be late next year as well. Throwing James Houston in 3rd and another pick. Would you really call that mortgaging the future, seeing as how we built what we've done through the draft and how 1 draft pick is not on the team, maybe 2? And we got guys that are still developing as well. Offensive linemen, defensive linemen, secondary players. Can we say that, like, this whole selling the farm and all that stuff? That's why I keep saying sometimes you got to think outside the box. You got to be willing to take chances, make mistakes, and get messy. Shout out to all my 80s babies. You know what's up. This is the time. Maybe our window was just opening last year. I think, and I've said this in numerous videos, I think the Lions window cracked open when we went 8-2 in 2022 to finish the season. I think we cracked it. I think we let some airflow in year 3. We opened that boy halfway. I think it's wide open now. And the Lions are going to have to, they're going to have to act on it if we want to win. So let me know your thoughts. Where are you at? Are you still like, let's keep on just, dinking and dunking, building through the draft? Or are you like, we can afford to make this move when it comes to building and the future? I'm curious to know what you guys think. This channel is made possible by viewers, subscribers, and members just like you. And I'll be saying this all day and probably the rest of the week. Yesterday, we hit 23,000 subscribers. And no, I have not forgotten about the giveaway. Things have just been moving so fast. We hit 23,000 subscribers. The Max Crosby video is over 40,000 views. It gained me like probably 150, 200 subscribers. It's insane. We are chugging along. And it's all because of you guys. I really appreciate it. You could be anywhere else on YouTube, but you choose to rock with me. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions.